Running in circles, running in circles. Yeah, I love running in circles. Yeah, we all love running in circles. Nothing more fun than running in circles. Yeah, running in circles. Yeah, running in circles. We all love running in circles. Everybody running in circles. Yeah, running in circles. Yeah, running in circles. Join us in running in circles. We live for running in circles. Yeah, running in circles. Yeah, running in circles. Spend your life running in circles. We worship running in circles. Yeah, running in circles. Yeah, running in circles. Yeah, running in circles. Alright. Now we're gonna get dizzy. Alright, Totino's Overdose here. Back again at Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy. Specifically, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. So we have gained 4 out of 5 crystals here in the first hub area. That leaves us with only one more level. And it's making waves, which is a Coco level. So here we go. Complete the course to earn the power crystal. Yep. We are not even... Yeah, we're only 5 levels in and we've already got our 3rd alternative gameplay style. This time we got ourselves a jet ski level. Whoopla. This is a level where you... The controls are simple. You go forward and steer. You can go across these ramps and hold the left stick to do some sick tricks. I don't know if this has really any effect besides just, you know, looking cool and making you also feel cool for doing it. Gotta watch out for cannonballs from pirate ships. Oh no! Ah! I just failed to follow my own advice there. And added 1 to the death count. Yeah, so unlike the animal riding levels, these jet ski levels are something you can kind of do at your own pace. Just go whatever pace you feel like. You don't have to hold down the accelerator. But of course, if playing Sonic games has taught us anything, be it Sonic games or Pizza Tower, it's that going fast is fun. So yeah, gotta watch out for cannonballs and pirate lab assistants in their rowboats. Yep, that's right, we got ourselves another lab assistant variant. Alright, there's the crystal for this level. And that just means we gotta get to the end and keep getting whatever crates we may find. You know, we should be close to the end of the level, so I don't think this is a time to bring up any more fun facts. You know, I could bring up some fun facts later on. But I don't... Okay, you know what? Okay, here's a fun fact about... This one relates to the instruction manuals. Specifically, a European print of the first game's manual, which for some reason Aku Aku was referred to as Bonus Bob for whatever reason. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, but there's your fun fact. There's our gem and here's our exit. Whoopla! We got ourselves a crystal, and we got ourselves a gem. Yeah, hit the Coco yoinky sploinky. That's still just as much of a yoinky sploinky as the one Crash does. Alright, anyway, now that we've beaten all the levels here in the first hub, the boss battle is open. And it appears Coco is banned from entering boss fights. Apparently Cortex believes women cannot fight, so we're gonna have to use Crash instead. As we shall now take on Tiny Tiger!
Crash! Coco! Stole the pretty crystals! Tiny, take them back in Gladiator Arena!
Sometimes he attacks too aggressively. Alright, so here we go. It's Tiny Tiger in the Roman Colosseum. He's gonna use the same attack he did back in Crash 2, which is trying to jump on us with his skinny toothpick legs. Except this time we've got a lot more space to run around in. Yep, he's gonna unleash some lions on us when we get to attack him. But of course, these lions can be killed with a simple spin, so they're not gonna be much of a trouble for us. He's gonna come jumping after us, but we got more space to run around than last time. He's gonna stick his trident into the ground, which leaves him vulnerable to attack. Fun fact, when the lions attack, if you just stay here in this corner, the lions can... Actually, you're supposed to be able to avoid the lions by sticking to this corner here. But apparently that didn't work. You know what? Let's try it again this time. If we stick to the corner, the lions shouldn't be able to get me. Yep, that's right. And you'll notice what the audience is doing. They're throwing cheese at Crash. That's because Crash is literally cheesing this part of the boss fight. They originally didn't throw cheese, but that was a detail they added here in Sane Trilogy. You know, I love when... You know, I love when I try doing things like that and I end up failing somehow. It just shows just how things are different when I'm on camera. I bet that would never happen to me if I was just playing this by myself. Alright, so you know what? I think we've shown off that Easter egg enough. So we'll just do this as normal. And avoid smelling like cheese by the end of this boss fight. Yeah! Alright, that's hit number 2. Alright. Bring on the lions! Yeah. 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 Alright. Now come after me! Try and stomp on me with your massive girth. I bet you can't. Alright. And the final hit. Boom! There we go. And after we beat him, the audience will start booing and tossing tomatoes at him. And we can join in on the fun by knocking him around. Because I just love being a bully. How? You just keep knocking him around to your heart's content. You know, if this was somehow a really hard boss, which I doubt it was because it's the first boss, you can just have your moment of catharsis right here and blow off some steam. That was mainly because I died during the cheese thing. But hey, whatever. Anyway, let us go ahead and grab ourselves Supercharged Body Slam. For a more powerful belly flop, press the B button to jump, and then press the A button at the top of the jump. Yeah! So here in Crash 3, after beating bosses, we gain upgrades to our moveset. This one, we can't really demonstrate what it does, but we'll see it. later. But anyway, that was Tiny Tiger. And we will now be heading on out of here.
Well done, children. By defeating Tiny, you have unlocked the gate to the next time travel area. Go back to the center of this time twister and save your progress if you wish. From there, you will see that the gate to the second time travel area is now open.
Whoopla! Yeah, so that was hub room number 1. And he talked about saving our progress. This giant monitor right here, this used to be the place where you save your game. But now you can bring up the save menu anywhere. This is what the save menu looks like. And by the way, you might have noticed something. The save menu and the pause menu, they all have different materials. They all have a different look in every game. So like in Crash 1, it's wood. In Crash 2, it's stone. And here in Crash 3, it's steel. Also, yeah, here it shows that there are 5 different upgrades to our moveset we can gain from beating the 5 bosses. Anyway, let's move on to the second hub room. The last one had a medieval theme. This one is Persian themed. And we'll start off the second hub with level number 6, Gee Whiz.
Why must you continue to be a thorn in our side?
Who? What? Where was I? Oh, Tiny was a good fellow. He hated everyone and everything, but a good heart nonetheless. Please be more reasonable with my minions next time.
A nitro switch box destroys all of the nitros at once. Yeah, like we didn't already know that. But anyway, we've got ourselves another medieval level with some more frogs. Yeah! Yeah. So, it's mostly gonna be just what we saw back in Toad Village. But there is one new element introduced here in this level. Alright. Yeah, and about that, like, super body slam. Pow! The ground pound move now makes a shockwave that destroys nearby crates, but anyway, here we have ourselves a wizard lab assistant. He'll fire off magic projectiles at you, but he doesn't have any melee attacks. He invested all in magic and none in melee. Yeah, so you've probably noticed there's a lot of different lab assistant variants. Like, in every level except for the underwater one, there's been a new variant of lab assistant in every level. So that could lead us into my next fun fact. And that is, in the original Crash 3, the file name for the lab assistant was Obj Motherfucker. Yes, that's right. I am not making that up. They literally called the lab assistant a motherfucker in the file names for Crash 3, the original. This probably stems from the lab assistant being originally file named ass, short for assistant, which they found humorous. So they decided to intentionally replicate that again with even more hilarious results. It even became a minor meme on Oni Plays. Is it Oni or is it Wani? Not entirely sure. Yeah, but anyway. Anyway, yeah, I love when developers include some silly file names like that. Also, that frog there just jumped into the nitro and committed suicide. Probably because he saw Crash killing all the other frogs, and he was like, no, I don't want that to happen to me too. Aye. Oh, and speaking of the Wizard Lab assistants, in the original version of Crash 3, the PAL version specifically, the Wizard Lab assistant took 2 hits to kill. The first hit would leave them in underpants. But as you saw here, this did not carry over to Sane Trilogy. Or did it? Perhaps we might see that a bit later on, maybe. Foreshadowing. But anyway, yeah. The rest of this level is just more of what we saw back in Toad Village, and we are approaching the end of the level, so there's no more time to even explain any more fun facts. And sure enough, the nitro detonator's right there, and boom, there's our gem, and there's our exit. Whoopla! A crystal covered in earwax, and a gem covered in earwax. Yeah. Woo! Alright, next up, it's time for Hang 'em High. And hey, would you look at that? The yellow gem can be found in this level. Unfortunately, we are not able to obtain the yellow gem just yet. We're going to find it a bit later on. But anyway, it's time to hang 'em high. Discover and finish the secret route for a special gem. Hi. Yeah, so no alternative gameplay styles this time. We have ourselves a Persian level. With some Scimitar Lab assistants. They're going to come charging at you with a sword. So you better watch out for that, or it might feel a little bit embarrassing. Also, we've got Genie Lab assistants as well. They will not grant your wish unless your wish is to die. Also, yes, we can now cling to meshes like we did back in Crash 2 in the sewers. Here's a monkey carrying some jars. We can trap him in a jar like that. And the second hit will kill him. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what there is to the Persian levels. Oh yeah, the jar monkey can be killed instantly with a slide. Yep, he'll take 2 hits from spin, but will die instantly. What could be our next fun fact? There's not going to be much else to talk about right here. Except, you know, hey, there's the bonus stage for this. You know what? For my next fun fact, I could bring up an interesting detail that I forgot to bring up back in Q2. It's relating to Tiny Tiger. Well, time to die. So, you remember back in Crash 2, where there was like the whole misdirection that, oh, Cortex is now good and Brio is actually the real bad guy. You know, most of the enemies we fought back in Crash 2 were actually Brio's minions, trying to prevent Crash from bringing crystals to Cortex. Oh. Let's time this right. So, you know, one of the bosses introduced in Crash 2 was Tiny Tiger. So obviously, yeah, Tiny was one of Brio's minions back in Crash 2. But here, in Crash 3, Tiny appears to suddenly be allied with Cortex instead. It's never explained why Tiny suddenly switched loyalties from Brio to Cortex. But, he's a fan favorite. We're just glad to see him again, so we don't really question that kind of stuff. Yeah, anyway. This will take us here, where the end of the level will be not too distant from here. Hold up. I'm gonna time this just right. Careful for the nitro. Aye. End of this level should be right up ahead. So I don't think there's gonna be much more time to explain any fun facts. And yep, there's our nitro detonator. There's the last 3 crates. And there's the end of the level. There's our gem, and there's our exit. We got a crystal covered in saliva. And a gem that smells like poo. Yeah, hit that yoinky sploinky. Alright, next up, it's time for Hog Rider! Win first place in order to earn the power crystal. Man, that reference really brings me back to my Clash of Clans phase. Alright. And yep. Here we've got ourselves yet another alternative gameplay style. Noticing a pattern? This time, it's Crash Bandicoots on motorcycles! Crash Bandicoots on motorcycles! Alright, so in this level we're racing against Greaser Lab assistants. Yeah. And yep, we gotta as the description or the level hint said, we're gonna have to win this race in order to earn the crystal for this level. Yep, just win the race, just win the race, just win the race. I don't care what it takes, just find a way to win the race. Well, we didn't win, but we gained the gem for this level. But we're gonna have to try again. Oh, and yep, I'm gonna be applying Mario Sunshine logic here. Every time I don't win, I count that as a death. Alright, yeah. No time for Yoinky Splunky now, we got a race to win. Yeah, every time I lose a race, I'm gonna count that as a death. Applying Mario Sunshine logic here, because otherwise these motorcycle levels, you can't die in these levels. Yeah, so although the game doesn't subtract any lives when you lose the race, I'm going to count that as a death anyway. No, just so you, the viewer, can have the enjoyment of seeing my death count go up. You know, that is my primary selling point of this LP. Now! Come on! Alright. So, wonder, were there any more fun facts that could be relevant right now? Oh yeah! Continuing on the Tiny part, the confusion of Tiny's loyalty. Alright. Ouch! You know... Come on. Okay. Alright, well that's a death. Fortunately, if we lose, the game lets us restart the level right away without booting us back into the hub, unless we get the gem. You know, continuing on the Tiny part, in Crash 2 he served Brio, but for whatever reason, Tiny was fought aboard Cortex's space station. You know, why was Tiny fought on Cortex's space station if he works for Brio? That is a rather interesting detail to think about, that you might have not thought about before. I don't think Brio had any space station on his own. You know, otherwise he would have not required Crash to gather him gems so he can fire his laser! Blah! You know, so... Some have theorized that Tiny was originally a spy, like in TF2, was spent to investigate Cortex. Yeah. Ah, damn it, that's a death. Yeah, so Tiny was originally sent to investigate Cortex on his space station, but Tiny ended up switching loyalties during his mission, and so he ended up being loyal to Cortex instead. Yeah, so there is that fun fact. Yeah, thought that would be relevant right now since we fought Tiny in this episode. Yeah, alright, so no more fun facts for now. I gotta focus up. I kinda had to focus up for this one. Yeah. Oh, I got another fun fact right here. You know those cop cars that you're seeing as obstacles in this level? Well, in Sane Trilogy, the textures on the cop cars were updated so that the police sheriff star there now has a slogan written on it. That slogan being, "To catch and destroy bandicoots." It's showing that these cops here work for Cortex. And damn it. Like, this shouldn't be that hard. Why am I having this much trouble with this? It shouldn't be this hard. Come on. I can do this. I can do this. Alright, here we go. You can see there are billboards for Sheriff Neo Cortex, who is enforcing speeding here. Which, I don't know, it could be... makes it sound like he's enforcing you to speed. Like he is legally mandating going above the speed limit here. You see, there are speed limit signs that have been vandalized to make the speed limit higher by drawing an extra 1 at the start of the number. Come on! Okay, come on, I can do this! Come on, I can do this! Ugh. Yeah! Ah, damn it! You know what? I might just have to speed up the rest of this footage. Alright. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. Woo! Whoopla! Yep. And there we got our crystal covered in earwax. And yeah, Crash doesn't do the yoinky sploinky when you only get the crystal and not any gems, unfortunately enough. But anyway, we're making good progress. We've already made it to the second hub out of 5. So next time, we're going to keep on going and we're going to see what the rest of Hub World number 2 has to offer. and we'll see who the next of Cortex's enforcers may be. Yeah, but until then, that'll be it for this episode, and I'll see you guys back at the next one.